Dylan Mendino. The Shark Cycle Polaris Victory Motorcycle. #1 is up next from Stafford Springs, Connecticut. The driver is Bo Chillan. This driver had a feature article written about him on the Stafford website in #3 from East Hampton in the industrial handling systems and lift truck parts and service car. Here is Jeff Beaujolais in the 9-star spot. They call him the Old Horse. He's been to Victory Lane in Vernon, Connecticut. Car number 79 for Glenn Griswold. This driver has also been to Victory Lane in car number 25. In the DC Rental with Hines Motorsports car, the driver is Tyler Hines. Car number 31 is up next. The NJK Automotive David Smith racing car from Newtown, Connecticut for Stephen Kopsick. Car number 21, Chris Gambos, Brandon Dion in the 04, Jeremy Sorrell in the 77, DJ Burnham in the 54, Jay Goff in the 07, Cody Paul French in the 76, Robert Potter in the 46, and Joey Farino in car number 87. Wesley Parker raced no time at all, but Nick Salvo's coming to the front of the field. Look at him. Great move to the inside. He'll challenge for the lead. They are 3 wide, and we have a scramble. Todd Duard went around, and drivers made contact with him. I think Beaujolais got the worst of that, and then there was a traffic jam behind the 16 of Duard. And one of the heartbreakers of the night has to be the number 07 machine for Jay Goff. He just can't get a break at all in 2014 as that car sets around backwards just to the left of the Sunoco markings. Other cars involved. And car number 31, Stephen Kopsick among those cars as well. The 45 machine had a victory. Matt was there to witness the excitement of all of that for Robert Palmer. He's off to a tough start tonight. Charlan's #1 car set stranded. We can see him from our vantage point as he is about ready to get out of his car. And we remind you that the Autograph Alley, which is on the track, but a lot of the faces in the grandstand, they have been the same for 4 decades. Well, it looks like the lights are off on the safety vehicle at the point provided by Wheeler Engineering. American-made, first name in light sirens and safety services used throughout the world. Connecticut company and New Hampshire-based company. And we salute them for being so supportive of the Wheelin' All-American Series and the NASCAR Wheelin' Modified Tour. On the starter stand, the birthday boy himself, Josh Manfredo looking him over. They come off turn number 4, and the green is out. And Trucker and Silva are pretty much evenly matched, Matt. But it all changes in turn 2. Yeah, it changes because that is Salva who was able to rumble his way into the lane, and the Warhorse is able to gallop into second. Giddy up go. He moves into the runner-up spot. And Mendino. Oh, and now Jay Goff's car set stranded between turns 1 and 2. Boy, you talk about guys who are off to a rough start. You know, Jay Goff is a guy that just hasn't had any luck at all. Had one of the fastest cars here during the last time out here at Stafford, and met with misfortune, worked hard to get the car back together, and tonight he was involved in that mix-up on the first circuit of competition with no lap show in the board at this time. And now the left rear is down on the number 07 car. A great ride here in a 2-seater as he gets as close into the action as you could possibly get. That's now Danielle Conley of TSI in the car, and he puts you right into the action. You're almost sitting on the lap of the driver of car number 04, Brandon Dion. Brandon Dion is an interesting story. He has 10 years of experience. Started like in Mini Cup. He is a former Mini Cup champion at Seekonk. He's won late model races there. 10 years experience. How old do you think he is? That's a tough one, man. 16 years old. Wow. Started when he was 6. So, a lot of the youngsters coming up through quarter midgets and go-karting. Monday night, Stafford is the place to be for go-kart competition. Glenn Griswold. Off the back bumper of the South off the fourth corner. Griswold trapped on the outside. Here comes the mayor. And Joey Farino is in the top three. Farino up to third. Glenn Griswold just doesn't give up. Farino shakes off Griswold. He is now comfortably in the third spot. Here comes Sorrell with car number 77. Back up front. Nick Salva, the leader of the pack. We've seen him very, very strong, but not as strong as tonight. 8 laps now complete of the 20. Bandito is a tenth of a second quicker. At least he was on the last lap. Let's see what happens as they polish off lap number 9. Salva, 20.137. Bandito, 20.068. So Bandito, a little bit quicker, but Salva still dominates the front of the field. Fastest lap of the race is a 19.936. Dylan Bandito, the leader, is now starting to feel the heat of car number 29 as he is moving in as they run nose to tail. 10 laps over the board. Look a little further back. Glenn Griswold is trying to hold off Jeremy Sorrell in a battle for the 4th and the 5th spot. Back up front, pair of white cars, glittered in orange and neon, is still contending at the points. And it is Salvo leading by the length of a diving board over the 29 and Bandito. Farino did a great job just zipping over his way into the top 3. Action for the 4th spot as Griswold has it, and Sorrell, the best he has run all season, he will try to dart his way underneath that 79 car. They are side by side, black car versus white. They almost come together. Griswold still holding on in the 4th spot. Sorrell not giving up. Back to the front of the field. It is still Salvo, but Bandito is reeling him in as they continue to run nose to tail to the bottom of turn number 1. Salvo is still the leader. 7 laps to go, match. And they are running almost identical laps. That time Salvo was at 19.97. Bandito at 19.950. So Bandito a little quicker, but not enough to disrupt the rhythm of Nick Salvo. Nick Salvo, the nephew of Bill Gunning, who has won 3 track championships here at Stafford, as they take off in the jet stream. It is still Nick Salvo out in front. No question about it, Salvo still the star of the show. Bandito goes into turn 3 a little bit deeper than Salvo does, but down into turn 1, Salvo seems to be able to set the pace and hold his line. 5 circuits to go. Meanwhile, Burnham is starting to move to the front of the class. He's now in the 6th spot. Brandon Dion is in the 7th spot, and Wesley Brooker is now in the 8th position. 4 circuits remain now. Remember, DJ Burnham was one of those drivers involved in that first lap altercation. So a pretty good recovery for the driver in his rookie season at SK Light. Things are starting to turn into a barn burner at the front of the field. They are within handshaking distance. Bandito waiting, but sitting on his lap. That is here comes Bandito. And Bandito goes around. There's Storks on the bottom of that car. So car number 29, Dylan Bandito, goes spinning between 1 and 2, and it is the story that he was giving it his all. It could happen to you, so check out our website. And if you have somebody you know who you want to do something nice for, get that person in that car. You can do it. The prices are very affordable and reasonable, and that person will be in your gratitude forever. We also want to mention that we have a change in the schedule. Following the completion of the SK Light Modifieds, the SK Modified feature will be the next feature. Then we will move the TSI Harley-Davidson 125 ahead of the late model feature event. So the late models will be the last feature on this evening's card. And it is a very critical restart between Nick Salva and Joey Farino. Farino drifting to the outside, and Salva is back in command. No doubt about it as they head down the back straightaway. Sorrell and Glenn Griswold not giving an inch. They are side by side, and Burnham, we talked just a little bit about him. 2 laps to go. He is now solidly among the top 5 here. Out in Sorrell to finish among the top three. He finished up front. Nick Salva, and I think Uncle Bo says that is exactly the way I taught him to do it. You have to give Joey Farino a lot of credit because he came up with out of the blue a move down into turn number 2. It looked like he might have something for Salva, and that was a wake-up call. And Salva saw it, used his veto power, and he was able to get the win. So Nick Salva, a moment that he will never forget in Napa Victory Lane. As the best ever finish, his career has been brief, but a guy who started on the dirt at Whip City, Jeremy Sorrell, finishing in 3rd place. So we are getting ready to send it into Victory Lane as Nick Salva is getting set to climb out. And there he is. And this is something that he will never forget. And there is Uncle Bo, the first one to give him a hug. So a great picture right there. The 3-time champ congratulating our newest winner. I don't know if Bo ever climbed to the roof of the carpet. That must be something exclusive to Nick Salva as we get ready to send it to Napa Victory Lane.
Elated Nick Salva in Victory Lane, first career SK Light win. 2 big challenges for the lead. Talk about your race out there.
Oh, we just got out front and this car just handled so great. I know the 29 reserves was down for a while. We got a little tight, but great car. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna thank all my sponsors, JG Pool and Drywall, Gene and Bridget, 2 of the nicest people out there. And Hams Welding, Dean DeAuto from Tim Donahue, First Class Liquors, Hams Welding, my crew, everybody. Team effort racing.
The first sparks of many for Nick Salva as we will move on back to our 2nd and 3rd place finishers as we're trying to get through the crowd. Got Joey Farino with a big effort to get all the way up to 2nd place.
Why can't I sit down over there? Hey, Bobby, right here? Right there.
You survived the early wrecks and you managed to make a challenge for the win.
Oh, thank God. I saw all those guys crossing up in 3 and 4 in the first lap, and I mean, this car's had a wreck magnet attached to it this year. I mean, can't get away with nothing. It hasn't been a testament to all the work that went into it over the winter and how fast this car really is. I mean, everybody has been helping me out. Paul French does phenomenal work with this chassis. Gino from RH2 Radios, if it wasn't for him financially, wouldn't be here at all. You got to thank Kurt D'Addario. D'Addario's Auto Service came on board this year. I'm at a loss for words here. Pinto Manufacturing, M&S Products, everybody that's helped me out. And I thank Kendall, even though she's going to be here tonight, for dealing with this all winter. And I mean, this is just the start of good things to come here. The car's a rocket ship. It was a little bit late on driving off the turn tonight, but survived that wreck and just glad to be here on the podium in one piece.
A very thankful Joey Farino coming home in the 2nd position. As we'll bring in our 3rd place finisher, Jeremy Sorrell, first career podium here at Stafford. Talk about your night out there.
It was a real good night. We started around 14th or 15th, I think again. Started in the same spot last week and then up 3rd too. So 2 top 3s in a row. It's really happy with the car, and my team's doing a great job in giving me this car to race. And it's just great. And hopefully one of these weeks we'll get up here and get a win.
All right, that's Jeremy Sorrell, and that is the word from the SK Light Mopeds. Let's head back to the tower.